Welcome back, viewers, to the show where we explore journey of leaders who are shaping the future of work, leadership, and people strategy. Today, I'm feeling honored to have Satish Singh, a seasoned HR leader and a ICF accredited coach with over 24 years of experience across industries, including pharma, consumer goods, and automotive. Satish has helped led people function at organizations like Blue Star, ACG Worldwide, Gokul Das Exports, and now a director at Talent Surge, HR Services and Solution. So nobody better than Satish, who has seen what is happening in the industry. With a career dedicated to employee engagement, leadership development, organizational growth, Satish brings in a unique perspective of how HR can truly transform business and people. Satish, indeed, it is an honor and a pleasure to have you on our show. Welcome.
Thank you, Puneet. Thank you, Puneet, for your kind words. As you mentioned, I have 24 years of experience with five different organizations and worked across different roles in HR. I started from the operational sides of HR, understood what are the people challenges who are working in the operational domain, and subsequently went on to handle the role in the talent management and leadership development, and in the fun I mean that was with organizations like Safler and Blue Star, and finally I was heading HR, utilizing all these experiences with Kirloskar oil engines. uh, After spending 24 years, I realized I'm a person who always likes to explore new things. It's a quest to know people more and more, and with that thought process, I started Talent Surge HR Services and Solution 3 years back. In 2022 I started. So now I'm on the other side, and I'm trying to see how we can add value to organizations as well as to individuals like managers who are struggling, leaders.
So, what's the biggest shift you've witnessed in how organizations approach talent in the last 5 years?
Oh yes, last 5 years is a very uh,
Yeah.
transformational side. Particularly, I'm telling this because except my first organization, which was a software development company, the next four organizations were basically associated with manufacturing side. It was such a struggle, in the sense that because people were used to work in a particular way, email etc. will not work. The biggest, you can say this. Pandemic, it also brought a lot of opportunity, particularly for this manufacturing sector. They were not used to it, but to my surprise, how quickly people adopted. Right from the meetings, online conferences, etc. Within a month, everything was online, and now the manufacturing organizations are the biggest beneficiary. Why I am telling this? Because earlier, the interview, let's talk about interviews, as far as recruitment is concerned. So it was always face to face, so you have to see the availability of too
Yeah.
many people within the organization, and then the candidate as well. Here what is happening, because of online mode, all people can come together. So number of interviews came down, and subsequently, and also it became very fast. And to my surprise, I was also adopting.
Okay, so are manufacturing organizations using AI also in hiring, post the pandemic?
I would say the AI use is not to the extent like the technology oriented company, the software development company, because for them it comes naturally because their working domain is
Yeah.
digital only. But for manufacturing, there are challenges. But to answer your questions, the organizations are slowly and steadily adopting. The bigger organizations have already adopted to a great extent, though a long way to go.
So is AI transforming recruitment? In your view, how will it, fundamentally changing the entire landscape of the hiring persona in the next 5 years? What are your views? You're seeing it very closely.
Yeah, definitely. It has already improved the pace to a great extent. But in the next 5 years, I'm seeing this further, increasing the pace of recruitment, uh, only to benefit the organizations. Candidates are getting multiple opportunities, and that loyalty factor, or you can say that, once a person has said yes, then he was definitely going to join. That has come down drastically, and the organizations are struggling
The
in this
loyalty
area in
has
a big
gone.
way. So
Yeah.
gone, completely gone. So if we compare from our time, we use, if we have committed, if we are ready to take some
Yes.
hardships also.
There is a buzz around, AI will replace recruiters. Is it going to happen? Do you think it's going to happen in the manufacturing sector?
I don't think so. I don't think so. It is more of I see whenever my experience is that whenever something new comes, there is a lot of noise around. Definitely, it is adding value. And to answer your question, it can take away certain jobs, because there are some routine aspects of recruitment which AI is doing very nicely. For example, filtering the resume, no need to go through, and because of this digital changes and all the resumes are in softer form now. So you apply certain filters, and then you no need to go through that volume of resume, which flood, whenever you give some advertisement and all, right? But here lies the another challenge. So if you completely depend on it, it is entirely possible that you are going to lose some of the good resume also. On the contrary, some people who are not so greatly skilled, but they have used AI and other tools to create their resume, they will be filtered and they will come across you. So what you have to do, I mean, what the organizations have to do is to use it smartly, right? So use certain filters which are non-negotiable. Like if you want to apply a filter like age, or for that matter, some other criteria which are non-negotiable, you can very well go and apply that. But if you apply too many filters, it is entirely possible that you are going to miss some of the very good candidates available. So if you apply AI completely, possibly you are not going to get anything out of it, or you are only going to get some not so good resumes. So for routine type of recruitment job, definitely AI is going to replace, and in the next 5 years it is further going to replace. But where AI will not be helpful is that uh, you know identifying candidates basis their competencies, softer skills, personalities. So the resume will only give you idea about that person's experience and knowledge, and so many other technical and functional aspects. But when it comes to the personality and culture fit, etc., AI, as far as I have seen, and the kind of organizations I have seen, AI is not very helpful there. The strategic HR person has to come in the picture.
So, from your perspective, what's the number one pain point in hiring today? You see in manufacturing.
Sure. So there are multiple pain points, Puneet, here. So for example, the the expectation is very clear. They want to recruit people fast, but there are so many lacunas as far as process is concerned. So, and here, even though I am part of this fraternity, but I would say that HR also has to step up their role, in the sense that if something has got stuck at some level, they really have to drive it. Otherwise, there are multiple stages, right from the stage of getting the necessary approvals, then identifying the right source, and after that also, the next step, like ensuring the availability of people to conduct the interview and take decisions fast. So there are multiple challenges at the process level, and then subsequently, once you are able to identify, utilizing this filters and all, and you are able to cut down some amount of time, still uh, that danger still lies, like whether the candidate is
Yeah.
going to join you or not. Suppose you have spent 1 month in recruiting a person, and then and at 30 days, 45 days down the line, you come to know that the person is not joining, then you are at least 6 months backwards. So the biggest pain point is this one, wherein how you can ensure that first you kind of speed up the process and identify and select the candidate in a much shorter span of time, and subsequently what do you do to ensure that the person comes on board. So whether it is 1.5 month for 30 days, but the person comes on board for sure. So some of the organizations, what they have done, they have kind of created backups, at least one backup, in some cases two backups, particularly for the skills which are not easily available. So in case they get some unpleasant surprise in the end, then the next candidate is available. So after all this thing, the pain point is the time. Manufacturing organizations are still uh, not able to figure out what all things they needs to do. And of course I would say, these are process, not big things, these are process related drawbacks. And here I would say this will only go away if the HR comes in the driver's seat.
So we want to build a high performing team on one hand, but the chemistry often feels like guesswork. So whether it is the right person or not. So what major obstacles you see in building these strong team dynamics? Are we missing some crucial data somewhere, or how's it?
See, when it comes to high performing teams, I would say the organizations, most of the organizations themselves are responsible for this. Why? Because uh, there is a tendency to, encourage the hero or super performer culture. As long as that is there, this teamwork is always going to take a back seat, because what you are encouraging is that this person is really superb, give him anything and he will deliver. So once the individual realizes this, he also start taking advantage of it. Okay, so while ensuring individual performance, there is some kind of team performance which also needs to be kept in mind, and your performance management system needs to take care of this. Your KRAs or goals needs to be designed like that. So a good high performing team is the one wherein there are good performers. There is a plenty of options. So if one person is not there for any XYZ reason, there is a second person to take care of that role. So this team never falters on their deliverables. They never say that, okay, such and such person is not there, so this work will not happen today, tomorrow, till the time the person comes back. The real quality of a good high performing team is that the result never suffers, and there is a lot of harmony within the team also.
So Satish very rightly said. But I have, a leading question in this. So many hires fail due to role mismatch. So beyond skills, what are the primary reasons for these mishires?
So actually, both the parties are responsible for that. Across my career, I have seen great individuals, I mean, coming from great organizations like IITs, and the work experience, the resume also supports. They have been selected. Still, they have left the organization within 2-3 months. Sometimes it was because of their choice, and sometimes it was the chemistry was not working. So organization have taken the call. The reason is that when you talk about individuals, however brilliant they are, whatever 10, 15, 20 years of experience they have, that is past. The fact is that this is a new journey. You are starting in a new organization, so you need to keep everything aside for the time being. You need to understand the new organization, its people, its culture, the values. Possibly once you have done that, then you see what are good things, what are bad things. Every organization has some good points. We cannot say that, so this organization is completely bad or this organization is completely good. It's always a mix of good points as well as development areas. So once the organization has understood, then only he should start driving his own agenda. By the time, he should also ensure that he has been accepted within the organization, right?
Agreed.
On the other side, there I have seen cases wherein the individual, brilliant individual, they have brought for certain roles, and after that there is no support in the organization right from day one. There is no proper induction. The person is waiting that somebody will come. He's at the mercy of somebody, that this person will come and he will organize the meeting, etc. So this also leads to failure. right? So when the organization is not supporting, not inducting the organization in proper manner, and uh, also in giving inputs, to the organization about this particular organization. This is the organization, this is the journey, these are the values which are non-negotiable, and this is something which we are really proud of. So in the absence of any one or two of these things, the failure is bound to happen, no amount of brilliant individual you identify and select.
Building great teams is the goal, ultimate goal. But what does great mean today? Post COVID, the AI coming in manufacturing, how was your definition of a great team evolved? And what key characteristics do you now prioritize, while you are hiring?
See, people's expectations have changed even within manufacturing organization. People expectation have changed in a big manner. Okay, so great means in a manufacturing organizations typically work in a slightly different manner in comparison to uh, software organization or any other organization which are technology driven, because in the beginning itself I was mentioning that in those organizations you send an email and possibly your work will be done. It was not so in manufacturing organizations till the advent of COVID. uh, Even though now it has improved, but still not to that level wherein the technology oriented company works. So basically great means the leader should be able to take people along. And again I will mention the same thing. Rather than promoting one individual and creating dependency, the leader should ensure that there are multiple people available, everybody is respected in the team. The leader should create an ambience wherein people should feel that even their values, thoughts, opinions are considered, respected, and at least somebody listens to those beliefs and values. Even though it is not considered, that's a different thing. So great team always allow its team members to put forward their ideas, and the decisions, whatever decision is taken, that also is communicated.
Think, how does Gen Z perceive AI driven hiring? Are they more skeptical or accepting?
No, Gen Z is more accepting, AI. Why? The reason is that because of AI, things are moving faster. There is a feedback for them. Earlier, what was happening? Process was slow, and if sometimes HR is also not able to give feedback because the process is so lengthy, and somewhere it used to get lost. I
Yeah.
Nobody is to be blamed, but the process was so long. But ultimately, what was happening? The feedback was not going. Any candidate, whether it is from any other generation, and particularly for Gen Z, if they have spent time today, they would like to know what is the outcome. and
Yeah.
and selection or not selection, if they get this feedback, they really feel good. And if they have not selected, they want to know the reason. And trust me, once the feedback is given to them, they say thank you, and they move on. They collect this feedback and they move on. But
Yeah.
not giving feedback is something which we have continuously heard. And uh, I myself have seen, while I was working, I was also, I mean, with corporates, that time also I have seen feedback is any. And here I would like to mention one thing, Puneet. AI is really helping in terms of, giving feedback, because you can automate things, you can put some small amount of explanation, and the responses can go automatically. These are the areas where AI has really come into for a big help.
So, looking 5 years or 10 years ahead, what are the biggest shifts that you foresee in how organizations are going to attract, assess, and secure top talent? What key roles will tech and human skills play in this future?
Okay. So as far as next 5 years is concerned, what I am foreseeing is that uh, this hybrid model is a reality now. Okay, so people would like to work around this model. That means there would be a lot of flexibility which the individuals or any good talent would expect from the organization. So organizations have to acknowledge that flexibility is a must, as if you really want good talent in your organization, right? As far as process part is concerned, AI, the role which AI is playing today, I am seeing it's going only going to increase, particularly for organized manufacturing organizations. For example, today it is most of the organization are using it for resume filtering and all. Possibly going forward, more and more video interviews, etc., will also start coming into the picture. Point is that more and more process related work will be done by AI, and the value added work like you know talking to few individuals, today with the help of AI you are able to cut down a large number of resume and your interviews. Possibly it is even going to come down uh, in future. And then what will be really left is that you are left with 2 3 candidates, and you are really focused on assessing whether these people have the right personality, culture, and value for your organization or not. Because all these three individuals are good, and that has been established by AI, and you focus more time on deciding whether they are culturally fit or not. One more thing I'm seeing where AI can more into picture in future is that decision making. So you feed certain data into the system. So today, and more and more of human emotions related decisions will be reduced, and it will be AI based decisions that will be taken.
If you could debunk one myth about AI in recruitment, what would it be? If you look at the manufacturing and what the future is.
The myth is that the only one point which I would say that uh, considering AI is going to do everything for you, that may not work. So
Yeah.
AI is going to take care of certain routine and automated tasks, but beyond that, there are a lot of value-added things uh, which will ensure that the identified individuals are right fit for your organization. That needs to be definitely handled by human being and individual.
And one last question.
Sure.
What's your biggest advice for CHROs looking to integrate AI into their hiring process?
I would only say that AI is definitely a good tool. Such a pleasant experience to see the manufacturing organizations, particularly adopting it. So use it wisely, use it selectively, but at the end of the day, don't cut down on those value-added work which you are supposed to do, and leverage it to speed up the process without compromising on the quality.
Nah, I agree. I agree. Great, 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 great. Thank you, Satish. It was lovely interacting with you. You've shared your journey, your wisdom, and your perspective on how HR and coaching can shape into the organization. But not only at the individual level, but at each and every level. To our listeners, I hope you found this conversation as insightful and inspiring as I did. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to follow, share it with your network, and subscribe for more such conversations with remarkable leaders. Till that time, let's catch again next week, same time, same place, and I will see you there.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.